Stock market news. Dow falls on Tariff Blitz. Trump orders firing of top labor official. Markets rattled as political shakeups and tariffs collide. The U.S. stock market stumbled into the weekend after an unprecedented clash over jobs data and a sweeping new tariff offensive. But here's where it gets controversial. President Trump publicly declared he had ordered the firing of Erica McIntyre, the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, accusing her bureau of cooking the books, an allegation made without evidence. And this is the part most people miss. The trigger was July's jobs report, which showed only 106,000 new positions created over the past 3 months, far below economists' forecasts. Even though the unemployment rate held steady at 4.2%, exactly in line with expectations. The BLS is the federal agency responsible for tracking employment data, and its monthly reports guide business leaders and policymakers worldwide. Meanwhile, Mr. Trump rolled out an aggressive tariff plan that sent shockwaves through global trade circles. Swiss imports were hit with a 39% levy, up sharply from the 31% figure floated in April, while Taiwanese goods now face a 20% tariff. Other nations running small trade surpluses with the U.S. will see 15% duties. Those with deficits will pay 10%. Canada quickly voiced its disappointment over new 35% charges on non-compliant products under the North American Trade Pact. Though Ottawa has so far refrained from retaliating, Mexico was granted an extra 90 days to finalize a deal and avoid higher levies. On Wall Street, the uncertainty took its toll. Amazon shares plunged 8. Trade war turmoil, unemployment shock. Markets plunge. The perfect storm. How trade wars and rising unemployment are sending markets into a tailspin. Imagine waking up to a world where the rules of global trade have been turned upside down and the very foundations of economic stability are being shaken to their core. For those who lived through the tumultuous days of April's Liberation Day, the latest market reaction to U.S. President Donald Trump's surprise tariff announcements was all too predictable. But what's unfolding is a perfect storm of economic uncertainty, and it's sending markets diving to their lowest point in months. The tariff tsunami, a deluge of new levies, targets, and delays. President Trump's latest salvo of trade threats has unleashed a wave of uncertainty, leaving investors scrambling to make sense of the chaos. The new levies, targets, and delays have created a complex web of economic uncertainty. And this is just the beginning. As Trump's initial 90-day delay of reciprocal tariffs comes to an end, the world is bracing for the worst. The economic slowdown, a grim reality check. But it's not just Trump's trade threats that are sending markets into a tailspin. The latest gross domestic product, GDP data, shows that the economy is slowing down, and the numbers are not looking good. After a few years of record U.S. employment, the latest employment numbers, released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, have dealt a devastating blow to the president's economic agenda. The grim reality is that the economy is facing a perfect storm of challenges, and the consequences are being felt across the globe. The unemployment time bomb, a ticking time bomb. As the economy slows down, the specter of rising unemployment is looming large. The latest employment numbers are a stark reminder that the U.S. economy is not immune to the global economic downturn. With the threat of trade wars and rising unemployment, the markets are becoming increasingly jittery. The question on everyone's mind is, what's next? Will the economy recover, or will it succumb to the pressures of global economic uncertainty? The big question. Can the economy recover? As the world grapples with the consequences of trade wars and rising unemployment, the big question on everyone's mind is, can the economy recover? The answer is far from clear, and the uncertainty is palpable. One thing is certain, however, the world is watching with bated breath as the drama unfolds. Will the economy bounce back, or will it succumb to the pressures of global economic uncertainty? Only time will tell. What do you think? As we navigate the treacherous waters of global economic uncertainty, we want to hear from you. Do you think the economy can recover from the perfect storm of trade wars and rising unemployment? Share your thoughts in the comments below.